looks like we're working here, and let's get started. Come on, Santos, let's get started, man. Welcome, my friends from around the world, to another edition of Sunday Night Alive, Power Hour with your host, aka Soldier of Self-Mastery, aka Santos Rolon Jr., right out of Stockton. This is episode number 94, as you can see on the screen. Please bear with me on this episode because we are actually streaming live on StreamYard. This is a little bit different. This is a new one for me. I'm really excited and I'm a little bit nervous here because this is something new, and I'm actually going to allow a couple of guests. This is a free program right now that I'm testing, and it's called StreamYard, as you can see, and there's some information in the text, but I'm going to be allowing at least 5 participants to come on board. If you want to show your face and your smile on the camera, you're going to be welcome to do that. The link is already right there let me see if I can see it. The link it should be there in the chat area. Yes, it is right here. It is showing. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me show. There's the link right there. If you want to copy and paste that link right there, you can actually come on the camera. I'm only going to be allowing 5 participants. So if you want to come on board, you're welcome to do that. If not, I'm going to work on my best here to keep this program going forward today. We're going to be here for probably about 30 to 40 minutes. So this is new, so bear with me. Don't bust my chops tonight. I've had my chops busted already, all right? It's been a difficult, actually yesterday was a very challenging day for me, but nevertheless, I'm still here. I'm excited and privileged. So with that said, let me see what we've got going on here. Okay, comments. Let's get back to the comments. So this is episode number 94, all right? And I welcome each and every one of you guys around the world, from the United States. As I mentioned, I'm allowing 5 participants. Let's get into this real quick. I want to read the proverb, and we're going to be talking about this topic. Here's the topic that we're going to be addressing on this episode regarding, I'm going to work on is I'm going to take comments from my videos or from emails that come to me, and I'm going to create a broadcast either on Sundays or a video, and we'll discuss this. So that's the way it's going to be with this program. So today's proverb, I'm going to read it out of Jeremiah 29. It says, I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. So very, very, I really enjoy reading that verse, that proverb. It's very motivating. It's very enlightening. And again, today's topic, you can see there on the screen. That's what we're going to be discussing in this episode. Before we do that, let me do a little bit of house cleaning. The Little Red Book is going back to Amazon. It's being edited as we speak. It's going to be actually I believe the final version. Finally, the final version that will be going back on Amazon. There is an older version. There's a couple of versions there at Amazon. So if you're even thinking about purchasing this book to support this mission, I would just have you wait at least a week or two, or at least a week before you get the new edition. All right. GABA is live, the Gambling Addictions Breakthrough Academy. And if you want to know more about that, you can send me a message. It is a program that is specifically set up for problem gamblers and addiction to help you get from A to Z. And it's a great program. It is new and it is online. We're going to be starting these programs at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time now instead of 4 p.m. and we are going to be doing the StreamYard edition. So I'm excited about this, man. I finally found a way to bring people that aren't scared, that is, on the screen. So you'll be showing your mug, and if you want to do that, just like I said, you're welcome to let me see, you're welcome to click on, let me see, well, you can't click on it, but you can actually copy and paste that link into your browser, your phone, wherever you are, and you'll actually be on the screen with me here on this episode. So I'm going to leave that up for a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to, so like I said, bear with me because I'm like the whole engineer of this operation here, and this is the first time that I've even used this program. So I want to acknowledge those of you that are here. Jim, welcome to the program. And Sam, welcome to the program. Sean, welcome. Monica, welcome to the program. And I see there's a few other people that they're probably behind the scenes. And so Sean says, what does Sean say? How to really defeat the off and on gambling. We're going to be talking about this, Sean. As a matter of fact, so again, if you want to come on and you'll be heard, you'll be able to speak if you want to come on the screen. Just like I said, click that link, copy and paste it. I don't think you can click on it, but you can copy and paste that link, and you'll be able to come on board with me. By the way, congratulations, Monica, day 74. My condolences to your family. I know that you've had a family loss. So I just want to, send some prayers your way. Honestly, send some prayers your way, and my condolences. You must stay strong during this time. I know it's not an easy time, but just remember, I can, you can. 209. It is possible. Day by day, moment by moment, strength by strength. So I can see I'm getting a few comments here. Sean, I'm going to be addressing this topic here today. I'm going to be reading, by the way, from a comment that was posted on Wednesday, October 9th of 2019. And this is from H. Okay, looks like Sean is trying to come on. Let me see if I can get him on. Okay. Hey, Sean.
Hello. How you doing, man?
There you go. You're on. So we're going to be, if you have something that you want to share, give me a minute because I'm going to read a comment, and then you can share with us here. Okay. And then I'll probably end up getting some comments. I'm going to be getting some comments that we can look at here. So thank you. Like I said, I can allow up to 5 participants on the screen. Let me see here. And I'm just experimenting with this new program. And again, this is the free version. I haven't even paid for this yet. So we are just experimenting to see how this thing works. And so I'm excited. Anyways, let's get into this because we are dealing with addiction. We're dealing with how we can progress and get ourselves to go forward and get ourselves away from the things that we don't want to be involved with. In particular, like I said, problem gambling or some funky addiction, not addition, but some funky addiction that we want to move away from. By the way, Sean, if you want to share a word before I read, you want to share something here?
Yeah, the off and on gambling. I'm just trying to break free from that, man. It's kind of getting a grip on me right now.
Are you still problem gambling?
Yeah, slip back into it. Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, I'm going to get into this here, but I want to, you know what? It takes courage to do what you're doing right now, my friend. I want to congratulate you because it takes courage to do what you're doing. So that should tell you that you mean business in some way, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Are we getting feedback? No, we're good. Hello, Rob. Judy, welcome to the episode. So I'm going to get into this. And you're welcome to stay on the screen, Sean. And again, if you want to share something,
Sure, no
just
problem. I'm here. Mhm.
okay.
Thanks much.
So
Appreciate that.
you're welcome, Sean. So right now, I'm going to be reading a comment that was posted on my video. Have you defeated problem gambling addiction? And this is from H. Mrs. In fact, you can see on my screen there. You can see the name. I don't know. I don't know this person. I don't know where they're from. But they said, I lost all of my monthly payment in casino. Every euro, every cent. Sitting in a room, desperate, depressed, without a cent, asking myself how to survive the month, what to eat, how to pay bills. And again, this happens. As soon as I get the money, I lose it. I can't go on like this. This must end by any means, but it must end. I'm not human. I'm a shadow. I feel awful. Now, I'm going to ask a question here. What does one do at this point? Okay, we're getting some feedback here. Let me see what's going on. For some reason, I wonder why we're getting feedback. Okay, I just muted your mic for a little bit, Sean. If you want to say something, just raise your hand up. Okay, just raise your hand up and just let me know. I had to mute it because we're getting a little bit of feedback. So, my friends that are here, by the way, I really truly appreciate each and every one of you guys that are here. Anybody want to comment right now on this comment that I just shared? If you want to comment, go ahead and put it in the text, and we can read it. Nahil, welcome to the program. Thank you for being here. And no, you're not late. You're early. You have to mute. Thanks, Rob. By the way, this is my first episode using StreamYard, and we're going to get used to doing this because I want to be able to bring guests. I want to be able to bring you guys on board if you're not afraid to be on the camera, and you can participate. Again, this video is recorded. It's going to be on YouTube. So if you're not afraid to be on here, just just let me know. So Jim says, like Santos says, he is free. He states what he is something else than a gambler. Okay, I've labeled myself a soldier of self-mastery. I've labeled myself a philosopher of everyday victorious living. Does that make me perfect? Hell no. Do I make mistakes? Hell yes. I don't know if I'm using the right language. I get into situations sometimes with family members or maybe even out in public. It happens. We're humans. But one thing that I don't do is I don't fall back to the casino. I don't fall back to gambling. That's a no-no. Okay, he left the screen. That's fine for me. So again, H Mrs. is, when I read this comment, he or she, I believe it's a she, there's a severe problem that needs a fix here. Would you guys agree? Jim says, if you constantly focus on the bad stuff, is that okay? Well, we don't focus on the bad stuff, right? We look at it, we analyze the present situation that we're in, and sometimes we have to take a look at the bad stuff. But like Jim says, the focus should not be on the bad stuff. And so H Mrs. So what do we do? What do we do? What does H Mrs. do about this situation? Anybody want to share? Thank you, Jim, and for sharing. Nahil says, laugh out loud. By the way, I want to thank those of you that are supporting the mission. I want to thank you. I want to send a special thank you to Nahil. You've been a supporter. So you haven't sent me an email or anything like that with an address for me to send you a book. And so you've got one book coming. By the way, my book will be back at Amazon here in a week. My team member is fixing it. So I'm going to give Sean a chance to share here, and I'm going to quiet my mic because I'm going to allow him to share because we're dealing with problems here. What do we do? What do we do when we find ourselves in a terrible situation and, we need to get out of it? We need to absolutely get out of it.
I mean, it's a struggle to get out of it. I've been getting advice from my coworkers and friends and family members to get yourself involved in activities, pick up a sport, um, get involved in what you like to do most. I told them I like to draw, write, and just the time that I've been spent is, in the casino or at the bars. So I'm trying to, to get out of it and get back into where I was once before in terms of saving my money and seeing time as value and money is put to good use. So I'm trying to get back into that mindset. So for now, it's a work in progress, and I appreciate the support from my friends and coworkers, and even you, Mr. Santos. I watch your videos basically every day as I get up in the morning, and before I go to bed, I look at your videos and I look forward for your updates as well. So I do appreciate your videos and appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing that. Your mic is off for now. Thank you for sharing that, Sean, and you shared a few things about changing your focus, redirecting your focus, right? You got to have something. If you're going to move away from the situation that you're in, you have to move into something different. You can't just think about it. You have to have a plan. You have to have something. And my recommendation is to write things down, right? Analyze. It's a tough thing. Honestly, moving away from any type of addiction is a very, very tough thing. It's not an easy thing. It is doable, but the number one thing that you have to have is you have to have the desire to want to do it. So again, I congratulate you for even coming on here and sharing. Uh, the more that you do the things that you need to do, the more that you engage, the more that you put yourself in these arenas that can help support your new direction is obviously what we need to be doing. We need to be putting ourselves in sources. In other words, I like to call it plugging into sources, the videos, the journaling, different types of things. I don't want to just throw too much information out there because right now I don't want to throw too much information because we all know what we need to do. It's just a matter of getting ourselves to move in that direction. What's it going to take? What's it going to take? So I see Rob is on here. Let me give Rob an opportunity to come on board. I know that he's been free from gambling, and I'm going to share. Let me see. Rob's there. He's been free from gambling for at least several years now, and we talked a little bit. In fact, Rob was the one that shared this program with me, and I'm experimenting. So I'm like, I kind of feel like I'm all over the place today, but I'll get used to this. I will master this, and we will get better at this. So Rob, and that we're going to get a little bit more into this before this program ends, and we're going to get some good stuff out of this program. I guarantee it. So Rob, I'm going to give you the Rob, your mic is muted. You're muted on your end because I can't unmute you on my end. Oh, there we go. Try that. Rob, are you there? Okay. All right. your mic, you're having problems with your mic, Rob, because every time that I try to unmute you from my end, I get the message that says can't unmute your guest. Their mic isn't connected. So can you guys hear me? Man, this is all new. Can you hear me? If somebody can hear me, actually, I know. Let me check the settings again here. Yes, I'm live. All right. Okay. So, Rob, if you want to unmute your mic or connect your mic, you'll be able to share a little bit about what's going on. Lost volume. Can you hear me? You guys should be good. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Yes? No? Do we end the program? Do we start all over again? I think on my end, it shows that my mic is working. So I'm not too sure what's happening here, but I've got, let me see, Rob. Okay, so here's, are we still on? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yes? Yes? Okay. All right. Okay, good. Listen, this is something that I want to share with you because when I read this comment from H. Mrs., notice what she's sharing here, or he. I'm not sure if it's a he. I don't know where this person's from. I lost all my monthly payment in casino, every euro, every cent, sitting in a room, depressed, desperate, without a cent, asking myself how to survive the month, what to eat, how to pay the bills. And again, this happens. As soon as I get the money, I lose it. I can't go on like this. One thing that I notice is, obviously there's a severe problem here with this individual, right? It's kind of obvious. One good thing that I notice is that let's say she is asking herself a question, and that's a good thing, right? When you begin asking yourself questions, obviously depend the kind of question that you're asking yourself. That's a good thing, right? Would you guys agree? Oh, there. Oh my, H. Mrs. from Europe. There we go. So, well, thank you for being here. I don't know if you want to come on the screen, but I'm going to be addressing your comments here because I really want to help you. By the way, Katrina, welcome to the program. And let me say this, Sam's going to be with us probably next weekend. I don't know if he wants to come on the camera next weekend. Of course, he can come on the camera this weekend if he wants to. We're going to have a few more minutes left of this program. But next weekend, Sam is going to be sharing a very powerful testimony, a very powerful story, a little bit of what's happened and where he's going now with a new chapter in his life. And I'm looking forward to that. But I noticed something about this comment that is being stated here. Repetition is good, right? Again and again, this happens. This is repetition. Repetition is good, but not in the wrong way, right? Another thing is I see desperation, and desperation can lead to problems or it can lead you to a breakthrough. So desperation doesn't necessarily have to be bad because it can actually give you fire. It can give you fuel to get to that next level where you really want to be if you use that properly. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to caution you with here on this. I must end by any means. That's good, but it must. Now, I'm not human. I know you're not a robot. I'm a shadow. I feel awful. My friends, if we're not careful, we can label ourselves. And when you label yourself, that comes with an image, that comes with a certain emotion. And what does that do when we label ourselves in the negative? It's not going to help. That's not going to help. So we got to really begin to work on ourselves. And instead of calling, it's like when we get defeated, we beat ourselves up, we beat ourselves down. I know that's what I used to do, man. I used to come home after a run. I'm talking about a binge, and I would literally beat myself down, go into depression for a couple days. I didn't want to come out of bed, but I would label myself. And I've learned something about labels. You have to be extremely careful what you say to yourself, because eventually that label can actually become the thing that you move into. You start believing it, it starts to become a reality. So there's some good things about your comment. By the way, I truly appreciate the comment. It's he. I truly appreciate your comment. And there's a little bit more. I have a few more questions that I want to ask, but I want to get some interaction with you guys. And I don't know what's happened with my other participants. I apologize. They've dropped off. Maybe it's because it's a new program, and who knows, maybe I'm not doing things right on my end. At least I'm trying. So let me, sorry, I don't know what happened, Rob. Okay, we'll have to work on that. Monica says to Yumoto, that's true. Jim, Monica says, desperation helped me. Good. If you gamble, Jim says, if you gamble and lose your money, remember you lose twice your money because you still need to pay those bills and you lost that money, so you lose double. That's a good point, Jim, because, you know, sometimes we think that one action is just, it leads to a cause, right? A cause and effect. But we don't realize that when we go gamble and we lose money in the casino, that may be a one-time event. But what does that do? That opens the doors to all kinds of problems. You know, some of that money may have been for the rent. Some of that money may have been for the insurance. Some of that money might have been for a child to get some school clothes, whatever. So one-time event that you bring upon yourself leads into all kinds of other problems. In fact, I think it was Jim, I remember this, collateral damage. Every time that we gamble and we lose, even when we win, there's always going to be collateral damage somewhere. So thank you for sharing that. Sean says, true, remove labels. Let me see. Sinking deeper. Sean says, sinking deeper in debts, trying hard to get out once you are drowning in gambling and the mindset of winning it big. Yeah, that's true. I hope that H misses doesn't walk away. And again, I'm not here to put you on the spot. I believe that we're all here working together towards a common goal. You know, I admit I'm completely free. It feels great to be free. I'm going to do my best to motivate and inspire you guys that, hey, you know what? I'm going to say something right here. This is not as hard as you think it is. Okay. Santos, you don't know my situation. You don't know where I'm at. Let me share this with you again. This is not as difficult as you think it is. The reason why it's so hard right now is because you believe that. You've been fed that kind of pollution into your mind. It's hard. Well, in a sense it is, right? In the beginning, you have to fight, but it's not as hard as you think it is. We have to really get back to basics. What does the decision mean? You know, making a decision and so forth. And I congratulate each and every one of you guys for coming here. It takes courage, man. Think about what I'm sharing with you right now. It takes courage to be here, even in the chat section. How many gamblers, how many thousands and thousands of gamblers should be here, maybe learning a little bit, but they're not here? Maybe they even saw the broadcast and they went in another direction because they didn't want to exercise courage. They didn't want to motivate themselves to plug into something that might have even given them some juice today here, you know, a little bit of inspiration. So my friends, don't take this time for granted. You know, think highly of yourself for coming here and doing what you're doing. I commend you for doing this. So I wanted to get back to, thank you, H misses. That's true. I tried a few times to stop, but always coming back. Now, repetition is great. Repetition is key, but you don't want repetition going in the wrong direction, right? And that's what we do. We find ourselves repeating ourselves, going in the wrong direction. We want to be able to be repetitive, moving in the right direction. So you have to plug into the sources that are going to help you. And sometimes I know that I'm going to offend somebody here. I'm probably going to offend somebody here, but let me share this with you. You know what? You're spending a lot of money in the casino. When was the last time that you spent $20 or $30 or $50 on a book or on some program that could actually give you some insight? When was the last time that you spent a little bit of money? Now, this is a free program. A lot of my videos on YouTube are completely free, but I can tell you that sometimes free material doesn't help. You have to put some skin in the game. And you're putting skin into the casino, because I can tell you that if you're in the casino and you've been there a month or longer, you've probably given more than $1,000 to that casino. That money that you're giving could be used for yourself, to educate, to invest in yourself. Okay. I offer a few tools that are beneficial. Like I mentioned earlier, the books are okay. They will help you if you study them. I offer the GABA, the Gambling Addictions Breakthrough Academy. That is a brand new program that takes you from A to Z. It talks about accountability. It talks about how to handle your money. It talks about temptation. It talks about triggers. It talks about how to develop a vision for yourself, and much, much more stuff, all included in the GABA. You know what the cost of that is? I think it's like $297, a one-time payment. And you can access that program from anywhere in the world as long as you have a computer and Wi-Fi. $297. Now it's going to go up. Eventually it's going to go up. My partner's going to boost the price on that. Here's my point. I know that I sound like somebody said, Santos, you shouldn't be asking for donations. You shouldn't be asking for money to gamblers. Well, you know what? You're giving your money away already. Why shouldn't I help you invest in yourself? When you purchase one of my programs, when you purchase coaching from me, what are you doing? You're investing in yourself. You can't look at that as if you're giving me money. Of course, I got to survive. I invest money. I got to pay bills and do things. I have a small family. Yes, but my main priority is to help you learn to invest in yourself. And you will be more dedicated to fight if you put skin in the game. So let's just say you invested $2,000 into some kind of a rehabilitation program. Okay, you took $2,000 of your money and you went into a rehabilitation program, like Sam Krish did. Okay, you're going to think twice about what you're going to do after or while you're in that program. Now, are we in agreement here, or am I just talking to the screen? Or am I talking to the screen here? I know Sam Krish had mentioned something here. Hey, Native X, welcome to the program. Sam, let me see. Sean says, Rob says to Sean, get a pet. They will make you do happy things. That's an idea. That's an idea. Good advice. Native X says, good advice, Rob. Start from where you are. Work with what you have. Exactly. Monica, I gambled for 25 years. This is the longest time I've ever gone without gambling. I have money in the bank and I can pay bills and still have something left over. I can tell you one thing that you have, that you should have right now is you should have peace of mind, right? You should have peace of mind for doing what you're doing, and money you can't pay for peace of mind. That's something that has to be manufactured from within yourself, from the efforts that you put forth against the things that are not contributing to your life, to a better life. So that's great, Monica. That's great. Let me see. Sean says, Sam, you're a free man. Let me get back. Sam says, I haven't gambled in over 3 years, even though I'm going to prison for 11 years. There you go. That's Sam. I haven't gambled in over 3 years, even though I'm going to prison for 11 years. I feel good because I am no longer gambling. And Sam is going to be sharing a little bit. So I hopefully, Sam, will be able to get to this program maybe next weekend. We need to know so that we can invite more people to come and listen to your story. Because I tell you, if Sam Krish can get through what he's gotten through without suicide, then all of us can do the same thing. We can all do the same thing. Thanks for sharing, Sam. And Let me see. Sean says each moment is a battle in your mind. Okay. Hey, we have Tulsa on here too. Welcome to the episode. By the way, this is episode number 94. This is episode number 94, so that you guys know. And we're going to be coming down. We're going to be coming down to a close pretty soon here on this program. But let me share this. One of the things that needs to be done when we feel like we're at wit's end, or when we're really having problems, we've lost it all. We feel like we've lost it all. We lost all the money. You got to make a decision to move from that place where you're at. You have to make a decision, because it can get worse if you don't make the right decision. If you don't make the right decision from where you are, it can get worse. Now, what resources are available when the money's gone, the rent wasn't paid, you've got bills, there's a lot of stuff that you need to do there, but resources, what resources are available to you at that point? You need to find resources. You need to become resourceful in your mind, but you need to find resources to help you get to that next level where you really want to be. And that's important, because a lot of people lose everything. They get depressed. They jump under the bed. Maybe under the bed, under the sheets, and then they stay there. And us people, that we are very creative. We are terrifically creative. We always bounce back. We always bounce back. But if we find ourselves doing the same thing, that's not a good bounce back, right? That's not a good. If you get bounce back, but you want to move in another direction. Now, again, this is easy for me to say, right? It is easy for me to say, because I'm already freed up. You're here. Commend yourself. Let this be a trophy for you. If you are a problem gambler and you're here, think about what you're doing. Think about what you've done today. And you know what? Pat yourself in the back a little bit. Take this to another level, man. Plug into the videos and watch more. Even if you just take one video and watch the heck out of that video and take notes and think about your life. It's not about the video, but it's about what the video can do for you. Sometimes we find ourselves watching videos, right? Different videos. No, find one video, two videos that really speak to you, and man, burn that video till it becomes a part of your thinking process. Anyways, I'm preaching here. Let me get back to the comments. Rob says, when my car died, it was a blessing. It's when I became free. Monica says, I had to walk home from casino because I gambled my last dime. Hour and a half walk home. That'll get you thinking. I know that walk, that exercise is good for you. It should really get you thinking. Thank you for sharing that, Monica. Jim says, the most important value that you must recognize is your self-worth. Until you start recognizing your own self-worth, no strategy, no hack will help you. That's a great point. That's a great point, Jim. And because we do lose, in fact, as I mentioned, when you lose your peace of mind, you lose track of who you lose a lot. And that's where we really have to get to that place where you have some peace of mind, where you realize, man, who am I? In fact, I was working on the last edit of the Little Red Book today, and I was actually thinking about what you just mentioned, Jim, about our self-worth and about how we feel. And once you lose that, it's hard to live. And sadly, people commit suicide. When you lose that and you're deep into that thought, again, H misses, I'm not saying that you're going to do this, and I warn you from thinking these thoughts. But when you start making statements like this, I can't go on like this. This must end by any means, but it must. I'm not human. I'm a shadow. I feel awful. You must be careful how you talk to yourself, because those kinds of statements, repeated, can lead you to do things that hurt family members. I don't even want to mention that word, but it's the truth. It's the truth. The statistics are very high. People feel like it's over, it's the end, there's no way out. Those people need to be on this broadcast. So if you have a friend, if you know somebody that is a problem gambler or is an addict, invite them, tell them, hey, you know what? This crazy dude comes on Sundays. By the way, I'm coming on at 3 p.m. now on Sundays. This crazy Puerto Rican dude from Stockton, California, he comes on and he talks. Yeah, he's a talker, but man, some of the stuff that he shares makes some sense because he got himself free. So share this with others. We want to, we're family. We're family. We're supporting each other, and we're doing what we need to do in order to get from point A to point B, away from gambling as soon as possible, right? Fun, fast, and permanent. Fun, fast, and permanent, man. What do we want? Peace of mind, accountability. We want to have inner joy, and we want to have growing self-belief. Those are the main 4 things that I think about. I'm going to say them again. Peace of mind, inner joy, accountability with yourself, and an ongoing self-belief that encourages you to believe in yourself, right? Like Jim says, once you lose all sense of self-belief or self-worth, forget it, man. Your life just goes downhill. So thank you, Sean. And we're getting ready to wind down here. I think I've said enough. So I'm going to give you guys the floor here. I'll read a couple of comments. Let me see here. Words are powerful. Rob says, love yourself. Pray, my friends. Crack the Bible open and ask God to give you the wisdom that you need. I'm not talking about going to church here, my friends. If you want to go to church, that's your business. I'm not a church person. I read the Bible. I read the King James Bible. I meditate on verses and I pray. I pray for you. I pray for this program, and I pray for my family because it's like that's my yoga. That's my meditation. And I get a lot from that. So if you've been a person of prayer in the past, and pick it up again, pick up the Bible, especially on Sundays. It's a great day to do that. True. Gambling addicts have the highest suicide rate of any addiction. I know there's a lot of information out there. By the way, it looks like we're going to be on here a little bit longer because people are coming on. Let me see if we have any new people here. Thank you for sharing that, Monica. And let me see. Jim, this is a good one here. Rob said, coming home at 4:30 a.m., sleeping till dinner is horrible life. I'm telling you, man, problem gambling sucks big time. It's all a lie. And, you want to get away from it, especially right now. We're getting ready to go into 2020. The casinos are gearing up for a new year. There are apps out there. There's online casinos that people are making tons and tons of money. There's a lot of marketers out there that don't even gamble, but they know that they can market these types of programs and generate lots and lots of income from. And we have to be aware. Our children are on cell phones. They're not even cell phones. They're little computers. Our children are on these things. Your children, your teenagers. I was getting some messages from Italy about the teens. And in fact, I got some messages from, I think, maybe a couple of teenagers. My friends, they're hurting. That's why I'm so desperate to get this mission out, to get this word out. And I'm asking you guys to help support this mission because, personally, I've invested over $10,000 into this mission out of my own pocket to create a website. We've got a new podcast program. It's more a self-empowerment. It's not really dealing with addiction per se, but I believe that podcast, soldiersofselfmastery.com /podcast. writing. I've got 2 books. I've got another book that I want to work on. It costs money. That's why I asked you to support this mission. And lately out here in California, man, everything's going like up and up. I'm even debating whether I might have to move. It's gotten challenging. So again, if you can support the mission, either you can buy a book, you can give, you can go to soldiersofselfmastery.com, and I don't care if it's a $5 donation, anything that you can support this mission is going to help me help work with my team member. And if you've got some ideas, listen, if you've got some ideas and you want to come on board, we're family. I welcome you. All we have to do is be able to communicate. What is it that you bring to the table? How can you help me? We've got a lot of things that we're working on. We want to create T-shirts, ball caps, our own journals. But all of that takes money, and I just can't keep doing things like this out of my own pocket. I really need the support. So anyways, that's enough of that. Let me see. All right. So next week, Sam Krish will be sharing his testimony. He'll be talking a little bit more about his new mission in life, and we're looking forward to that. So 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be here, my friends. And Sean, let me see. Sean, I know that you got off the screen. It was a little bit of a distraction there with the microphone, but I truly appreciate you, Sean. And I hope, I thank each and every one of you guys that have come here this episode today. Sean, I thank you for the courage that you displayed today by coming on board. And I hope that energizes you, man. I truly hope that this energizes you and it helps you to think about your vision, get a new vision for yourself. You know, the activities, the exercises, the things that you talked about, man, make that a reality for yourself. You can. I can. You can. All right, my friends. Let me see. Thank you for sharing that. And Native X says, I like this. I like this program. I like this. It's going to be a lot better. This was the free version of StreamYard. I'm going to invest here again and some more money that needs to go into this mission. So let me see. Somebody. Okay. Yep. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Native X. And let me see. All right, my friends, we're getting ready to wind down here. We are getting ready to wind down. I want to. Yeah, I'll get better at this. Well, my friends, we've come to the end of the episode. It's time for us to get back to what we need to be doing. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here with me. It's been an honor and a privilege to be here. Once again, I want to offer, if you're having severe problems with gambling and you truly want to get away from gambling, I offer coaching, one-on-one coaching. I know that I can help you get away from it as soon as possible. That is a very personal investment on your end. That is an investment on your end. So I do offer that. You can always check me out at soldiersofselfmastery.com. That's my page. GABA, the Gambling Addictions Breakthrough Academy. You can download that program from anywhere around the world. And in fact, we may end up making an app, if I can get the funds together, an app that will actually help problem gamblers. Now, the Gambling Addictions Breakthrough Academy can be like an app because you can access it on your phone. I believe it is mobile. So, and we have a bunch of free tools, ideas right here on YouTube, Soldiers of Self-Mastery. You can check them out. Free videos. I'm always, again, I would encourage you to focus on one or two videos and just burn those videos until you get something out of it for yourself, my friend. And of course, we have the book, The Little Red Book, and Life's 3 Most Important Questions. Those will be, Life's 3 Most Important Questions is on Amazon currently. The Little Red Book is actually being revised. That will be back on here hopefully in the next couple of days. So with that said, my friends, I just encourage you to keep going forward, lift your head up, stay motivated, stay inspired, and believe I can, you can also. I'll see you next week on episode 95.